Hello students. In this session we will start our new chapter transients in power system. So in this session we will study the basic introduction of this chapter. So let us start with the basic definition of transient, that how you will decide whether it is a transient or not, which is in our regular power system. Okay, so the transients are, let me write the definition. Transient, so the transients are momentary changes in, it is defined as momentary changes in voltage or current wave, voltage or current, or I can say momentary change in magnitude of voltage or current that occurs for short period of time, for short period of time, short period of time. So here we will define the transient in power system. So it is defined as momentary changes in voltage or current that occurs for short period of time. So for short period of time, if we will observe the momentary changes in voltage or current wave, or I can say in magnitude, then it is defined as a transient. Now let us discuss here the two important terms, the momentary changes and short period of time, short period of time. So let us define that with respect to time, how the transient can be defined with respect to time, as we have written over here for short period of time. So for voltage transient, yes, for voltage transient, normally it is last only about 50 microsecond, 50 microsecond. If it is a voltage transient, then it is last long up to 50 microsecond. And if it is current transient, then it is last up to, I can say long last up to 20 microsecond. 20 microsecond. So beyond this time period, it can be defined as fault. It can be, or it may be defined as fault in your system, but within this time limit it is said to be a transient in your system. Okay, so yes, for the voltage wave it is 50 microsecond, and for the current wave it is 20 microsecond. Clear? Okay, next is the sources of transient in our power system. Sources of transient in power system. So the first one is, there are number of sources which are responsible for the transient in power system. So the first one is generator shifting. Generator shifting. Here generator shifting, or I can say generator unit shifting, means the load is shifted from one generator to another generator, or switching of the generator, that cause the transient in power system. The second one is fault in our power system. Fault, or I can say outages in our power system. Okay, next, the third one is addition or removal of heavy load, or I can say change in heavy load. Change in heavy load means variation in load, or here you can justify as addition or removal. Addition or removal of heavy electrical load. The next one is lightning. Okay, that mainly occurs in rainy seasons. The next is variable, or I can say facility load switches. Variable or facility load switches. That means change or variation in load, that we have already discussed over here, that is change in heavy load. Or at distribution side we can say variable load switching or facility load switching. The sixth one is on or off the disconnectors in distribution system. Disconnectors, switching on and switching off of disconnectors. The next is capacitor bank switching. Yes, for voltage stability improvement, we can switch on and switch off, or maintain the voltages at bus. We can use the capacitor bank switches. Capacitor bank switching. And again one more voltage variable which is used. The last one is tap changing transformer or regulating transformer. Tap changing transformer, which is used to control the voltage magnitude at bus. So these all are the reason, or I can say sources of transient in our power system. And so these are the sources which is routine utility task in our distribution system. In our distribution system, we can regulate a load using facility load switching and on and off disconnector and capacitor bank switching, and also the transformer tap changing. So these all are the routine tasks which are the causes of transient. Clear? And this is all are the possibility at general power system side. Clear? I can say transmission or generation side, but these are the reason which is we can observe at distribution side. Okay, I hope you have clear up to this. The next is removal of transient. Why we need to remove the transient from the system? These are the resources. The next one is removal of transients from the power system. Removal of the transient. So there are two basic reasons, and because of these two basic reasons we need to remove the transient from the power system. The first one is power quality issue. Yes, power quality issue. So due to transient we cannot get the quality power in our system, because let's say an example of voltage. So just because of the transients in our power system, we cannot get the voltage at exact magnitude as it is specified. That means if it is a specified 440 volt, but you will get nearly equal to 430 volt. Clear? So the first reason why we need to remove the transient from the power system, the first one is power quality issue. Power quality issue due to transient. Clear? The second and most important thing is protection of equipment. Protection of an equipment. So because of the transient, there is a chances of damages of an equipment. Let's say damage of or abnormal work of an equipment. So because of these two reasons, we need to remove the transient from the power system. The first one is power quality issue and the second one is protection of an equipment, that may cause of the damage of an insulation of your equipment. That may be damage the insulation of your machine. Okay, so because of these two main reasons we need to remove the transients. So there are many equipments which are used for the removal of the transient. So the first one is metal oxide variester, which is known as MOV, metal oxide variester. The second one is Zener diode. Zener diode, which is used as a voltage clamping filter in our system. Clear? Then transient suppression filter, transient suppression filter. And the famous devices which are used for the removal of transient, the first one is electroflow. These are the device or methods which is used at very small scale, or I can say at distribution level of our power system. Then this one is electroflow, which control the surge and save both the energy and device of your power system. Electroflow. Then magnetic relays, and the last one is environmental potential. Environmental potential. So these are the devices which is generally used in our distribution and transmission system for the mitigation of the transient in our power system. So I hope you have clear up to this. Here we have discussed the definition of transient, that is momentary changes in voltage or current that occurs for a short period of time, and for voltage wave we can consider up to 50 microsecond, and for the current wave we can consider up to the 20 microsecond. Then the different sources of transient in our power system, and then after the removal of the transient from the power system. Clear? So the next theories I will give you in a self study that that you have already studied in your last semester subject. The first one is switching of RL circuit. Switching of RL circuit, which is known as doubling effect. And the second theory of symmetrical short circuit of an alternator. These both theories you have studied in your previous last semester. So here the symmetrical short circuit of an alternator, where you have studied the three different stages of an alternator when a short circuit occurs at the terminal of an alternator. So you observe the three periods, which is a subtransient, transient, and steady state period of an alternator when a short circuit occurs at the terminal of an alternator. So from next session we will start the wave equation, derivation of the wave equation. Okay.